Some records in the NFL are so wild they may never be broken. From jaw-dropping single-game feats to career-long milestones, these are the unbreakable records that define the league's history, and why modern players might never touch them. Let's get started. Most passing touchdowns in a single game. 7 touchdown passes in one game has been tied 8 times by legends like Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Joe Kapp, and Nick Foles, but never broken. To reach 8, a quarterback would need perfect execution, no turnovers, and a coach willing to keep them in the game even during a blowout. With today's NFL focused on protecting starters and running the clock once the game is in hand, breaking this record feels almost impossible. Most interceptions in a single game. Jim Hardy threw 8 interceptions in 1950, a record no one has touched since. In modern football, coaches would bench a struggling quarterback long before it got this bad. Hardy stayed in for the entire game, reflecting a completely different era. This record isn't unbreakable because of skill. It's unbreakable because today's NFL simply wouldn't allow it to happen. Most career passing yards, 89,214, Tom Brady. Tom Brady's 89,214 passing yards are the Mount Everest of NFL stats. Playing 23 seasons, he combined longevity, consistency, and dominance long after most quarterbacks retire. To challenge it, a player would need to start young, play into their mid-40s, and stay elite the entire time. With the physical toll of the position, that feels nearly impossible. Most career wins as a QB, 251, Tom Brady. Brady also holds the record for most career wins at 251. Wins require more than one player. They demand great teammates, strong coaches, and years of health and consistency. Even elite quarterbacks today face too much roster turnover and competition to match Brady's run. 2 decades of double-digit wins is a level of dominance that feels unreachable. Most rushing yards in a single game, 296, Adrian Peterson. As a rookie in 2007, Adrian Peterson shredded the Chargers for 296 yards, the single-game rushing record. He did it in regulation without overtime, just pure dominance. In today's NFL, where running backs split, carries, and passing dominates, it's hard to imagine one player getting the chance to break this. Unless a coach gives a back 30-plus carries against a historically weak defense, Peterson's masterpiece may never fall. Most rushing yards in a season, 2,105, Eric Dickerson. Eric Dickerson's 1984 season stands at 2,105 yards. He was a true workhorse, regularly carrying the ball 30 times a game. Today's NFL uses running back committees, limits workloads, and leans on quarterbacks. Even Derrick Henry, one of the most dominant modern backs, came close but couldn't pass it. Dickerson's record reflects a different era, one unlikely to return. Most touches in a season, 492, James Wilder. James Wilder's 1984 season saw him handle the ball 492 times between runs and catches. That's nearly 30 touches per game. In today's NFL, no coach would risk wearing down a player like that. With rotations and load management, Wilder's record is a relic of an era when durability and workhorse usage ruled. Most receiving yards in a single game, 336, Flipper Anderson. In 1989, Flipper Anderson torched the Saints for 336 yards, averaging over 30 yards per catch. Even Calvin Johnson and Julio Jones couldn't top it. For anyone to break it, they'd need an elite quarterback throwing their way all game, a defense with no answers, and a game plan built entirely around them. Anderson wasn't a household name, but for one night, he set a record that still stands untouched. Most receiving yards in a season, 1,964, Calvin Johnson. Calvin Megatron Johnson, racked up 1,964 yards in 2012, despite constant double and triple coverage. Matthew Stafford kept feeding him the ball, and Johnson's size, speed, and hands made him unstoppable. Since then, no one has really come close. Today's offenses spread the ball around too much for one receiver to dominate like that. Johnson's record shows the perfect storm of talent, opportunity, and chemistry, one that may never happen again. Most receiving touchdowns in a season, 23. Randy Moss. In 2007, Randy Moss redefined dominance with 23 touchdowns, powered by Tom Brady and the unstoppable Patriots offense. For anyone to beat it today, they'd need Hall of Fame talent, a quarterback targeting them constantly, and a system designed to feed them scores. Moss's season was the perfect combination of elite talent and historic chemistry, nearly impossible to repeat. Most career receiving yards, 22,895, Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice's 22,895 yards are considered the most unbreakable record in football. He played 20 seasons, stayed healthy into his 40s, and averaged over 1,000 yards for nearly 2 decades. He leads by almost 7,000 yards over the next closest receiver. For anyone to catch him, they'd need 1,200 yards every season for 19 years. Rice's dominance and longevity make this record untouchable. Most consecutive games with a reception, 274, Jerry Rice. Rice also holds the record for consecutive games with a catch, 274, spanning 17 seasons. In today's NFL, with rest days, injuries, and rotational offenses, that kind of consistency is almost impossible. Even greats like Larry Fitzgerald couldn't match it. Rice always showed up, no matter the system or quarterback. Most sacks in a single game, 7, Derek Thomas. In 1990, Derek Thomas sacked the Seahawks quarterback 7 times in one game. Even today's best pass rushers like TJ Watt or Myles Garrett haven't touched it. Quarterbacks get rid of the ball faster now, and offenses design plays to avoid sacks. Thomas's performance remains one of the greatest defensive displays in NFL history. Most sacks in a season, 22.5, Michael Strahan, tied by TJ Watt. Michael Strahan set the record in 2001, and TJ Watt tied it in 2021. Breaking it requires perfect health, elite skill, favorable matchups, and a defense built around one star. With today's quick-release offenses, reaching 23 sacks may be one of the toughest challenges in football. Most career sacks, 200, Bruce Smith. Bruce Smith's 200 career sacks showcase both dominance and durability. He played 19 seasons, staying elite for 2 decades. Even legends like Reggie White and today's stars fall short. To beat it, a player would need nearly 20 years of double-digit sack seasons. Smith's record may never be touched. Most interceptions in a season, 14, Night Train Lane. As a rookie in 1952, Dick Night Train Lane grabbed 14 interceptions. Quarterbacks back then threw more risky deep passes, giving defenders more chances. Today's quarterbacks are too efficient and avoid dangerous throws. Modern leaders rarely even hit double digits. Lane's record is a relic of a more chaotic era of football. Most career kickoff return touchdowns, 10, Josh Cribbs and Leon Washington. Cribbs and Washington share the record with 10 kickoff return touchdowns. With today's rules promoting touchbacks and limiting returns, this record is safe. Kickoff specialists simply don't get the opportunities anymore. Unless the NFL changes the rules back, no one will ever touch this. Most fair catches in a game, 7. This quirky record has been tied by several players but never broken. It happens only when a punter keeps booming kicks and a returner decides not to run with the ball. In today's efficient NFL, it's rare to even see that many punts in a game. It's one of the strangest records, but it shows how football's quirks can live in the record books forever. These NFL records show skill, history, and consistency like no other. Some may never be broken. Which one shocked you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more football history.